Hey everybody, welcome back to another review. Today we have the awesome Hard Hero Conan the Barbarian statue. This is an old school. This dates back like way before any of the other statues, and this is one of the greatest pieces I think. Not in my top five if you consider what the modern day statues comes with switch outs and the elaborate bases and the scale, but in terms of just pure joy, this is one of the greatest statues ever, I guess, put out by any companies. Okay, it's hand sculpted, as you can see, simple but yet very effective. So stay tuned. And actually, this one today we'll go back to the beginning to do a semi unboxing because I actually had this thing put away, and then I thought, hey, I was digging out some stuff and I found this in the back of the basement somewhere, so I thought I'd put a video for you guys. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, so the statue, um, being 1/6 scale, is small, and there isn't a lot of accessories. Okay, so you just have the statue and the base, and then the box. It's very simple. It's just a white cardboard box. I bought this from direct from Hard Heroes. So as you can see, it's just a white cardboard with yeah, it looks like a sticker, large sticker on it, and then they actually have their price. So this is old. I think it was released either early 2000s or late 90s. Sculpted by Sev Van Dable. So that's it. There isn't much to write home about. Okay, so let's get the statue out. Alright, so the lower base is just a solid piece of resin. That's it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the statue on top of that one. Okay guys, basically the statue comes with its own thin base. It's just a rock base, and then you just put it on here. That's it. So I don't know why they did this. I guess it may be easier to transport. So, and it gives you the extra height, so as you can see, we do the 360. This piece is pretty good. It's an older piece, like I said. It's probably, if I recall, from either the late 90s or early 2000s. So it's very simple, but I love it. Because with this you can display it at your desk, and it doesn't take up much space. Okay. Oh, and I want you guys to see this on the bottom. Look at that. Seth's autograph. So I'm not normally into autographs or anything like that, but this was advertised with the autograph, and it's the same price as the regular one, so that's why I got it. Okay, so let's have a closer look, and then we'll go to the scorecard. Okay, so let's come in for a closer look. This is actually one of my all-time favorite piece. It's very simple, but and I'll tell you why it works for me. As you can see, it's nice for a 1/6 scale, and then let me zoom into the face for you. So it looks like Conan, right? I don't think it's got, no, he does not have the blue eyes. I guess it's too small of a size to, oops, sorry about that. Yeah, no blue eyes. Okay, so maybe they should have done blue eyes with this, but anyway. So as you can see, it's just very simple base, Conan's simple outfit, nothing extraordinary about it. It's just some rocks, not even weapons strewn around. Okay, so I guess we can just jump to the scorecard. Let me give you a top-down look at Conan. I actually love this piece for some reason. It's very simple but very effective. Okay, so I guess with the first category we have is sculpting. This is done by Seth Van Dable, and I love his sculpt. He does, I think he does another Conan And I have that, which I will put a video for you guys. So as you can see, the sculpt is nice. He's getting ready to draw his sword. It's simple. And keep in mind, this is back in the days, okay? This is hand sculpted, not like the digital stuff now that you get. So this is I mean, hand sculpting wise, it's a masterpiece, okay? And the thing that works for me is, as you can see, as I'm getting closer, the muscle actually is realistic looking. You know, like he actually has skin over the muscle, okay? So that's what works for me. And if you look at the legs, right there, it's realistic, you know, like if you look at a top human physical, I guess, body condition, that looks realistic, and this is what I love about the sculpt, okay? It's not like over muscled like, you know, a lot of the modern sculpt, where, you know, it looks like the character doesn't have skin at all, but this one, it looks like, you know, he's got skin over top. And it's more impressive because it's hand sculpted. It's not, you know, digital where you can make a lot of changes. Once it's done, it's done. Okay. So and the head is just, you know, right. It's realistic looking. Okay. So for sculpting wise, and like I said, this is realistic muscle. You know, you don't have it overly muscled where you know, it looks like he's got no skin and it's just the muscle underneath that's coming out. And then even, you know, the ribs, it's six pack looks realistic. You know, this is done very well. It's not, you know, like it's got so many deep lines. And as you can see, the hands, the sword, although this could be done a little bit better, because it's sculpted in there. You know, nowadays you would have this separate so it would look better. But other than that, everything looks good. So I would have to give this a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that didn't get there for me was this. As you can see, it looks like it's a little bent, but then, you know, you're not going to notice that. Like I said, modern day, this thing will probably come separate and it would look better. Other than that, I like the rest of it. That's the hair. It's very realistic sculpting, you know. This is what's drawn me to this piece, and Seth did a fantastic job of this. It's a realistic looking, you know, I guess sculpt, okay, body. So 9.5. All right. Our next category is fit and finish. I did not find anything wrong with the paint app. It was done really well, as you can see. It's only got what, like 4 maybe. Brown, tan, green shorts or whatever, and black hair. Okay. Oh, maybe throw in some gold. So it's got nice shading. It's done well, and yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. Not that there's anything that could go wrong with this. No paint chip or anything. So, and there's no mixed media. This is it, and it looks like the foot may be sculpted into this piece. So if it is, you know, modern day the statue would be separate from the base, but I think it might have been sculpted in, and if it is, it's nicely done by Seth. Even the boots. Okay, so fit and finish wise, no mixed media, just Conan all sculpted. I would give this a 10 out of 10. Okay, as you can see, no paint flaws. And this is factory mass-produced paint. I don't think you can even get any better than this, you know, with a master painter. Okay, so our next category after this is source material. When you look at this, you know it's Conan. There's no doubting it. Okay, if you've read the comic book or in the books and you see some of the covers, I mean, this could be just a generic barbarian, but it's very apt for this character. He's getting ready to draw a sword, as you can see. And it's got good musculature, you know, not overly done with a small head. This is what a human may look like, you know, a very powerful human. Okay, as is described in the books, if you read them, and in the comic book. So Source material wise, I would have to give this a 10 out of 10, just because it looks exactly like he came right out of the comic book, okay? Or more like the stories, if you read those trade paperbacks. I love the art cover for those, and this looks like Conan just came right out of it, okay? So 10 out of 10. Our next category is art direction. Keep in mind this is the days of the 1/6 scale. There isn't a lot of fancy stuff, and it's Conan. So the only thing is it's kind of when you first look at it, it's kind of boring, but it's done well. Like he's getting ready to draw a sword, and Conan's known for a lot of battles. Okay. Art direction wise, I like this. It's a very simple piece that you can put on your desk. And I love these 1/6 scale. There's no, well, especially with this one, there's not a lot of space, as you can see. Maybe you need a horizontal, what's that, 8 inches? And the sword's sticking out a little bit. So, 6 by 8, and you got it. Okay. And it's a good piece. So for art direction wise, I would give this a based on 1/6 scale and everything, and this is back in the days. This is very apt for the character, so I would give this a 10 out of 10. I love it. Very simple, and somehow I'm very drawn to this piece. Okay, and it's sculpted nicely by Seth though. Haven't seen his work in a while. I wonder what he's doing. But these are old school, hand sculpting, okay? And going forward, you get a lot of digital sculpting, which is okay. This is just technology advancement in the industry. But I love the hand sculpted stuff, okay? So our final category is accessories. Unfortunately, this is not going to get anything higher than a 5 out of 10. That's the lowest I'm going to give any, statue. And it's not this piece's fault. This is 1/6 scale back in the days. Nowadays you probably can get like a switch out head with a helmet or something like that, and then switch out arm maybe with weapons. You know what? Think about it. I would love to see XM or somebody or Prime One Studios do a Conan with like a ton of switch out. I would buy that. You can never get enough Conans. Okay, so accessories wise, no switch out at all in the base, as you can see. It's simpler than simple. I mean, at least it's slightly better than PCS because you get a couple rocks here. I thought they sculpted in a knife or an axe or something or a helmet, that would be cooler. But this is back in the days stuff, so yep, 5 out of 10. It's not anything that can be done. Okay, so for overall score, not an average. I really love this piece. It's one of my all-time favorites. I wouldn't say it's in in the top 10 or anything. If you take into consideration what the modern pieces have like all of that accessory switch outs and stuff, and the concept. This one is just everything's simple. The sculpting is simple, as you can see. There's no accessories. There isn't much. I mean, it's like picking up a Heisman Trophy. So there isn't anything other than simplicity, and I love this piece. Okay, so overall score, I would give this a 9.5 out of 10. Like I said, non-average. It's just that overall it's just done very well. Sure, it lacks a lot of the modern day stuff like switch outs, but this isn't what it is. And I guess the thing that works with this piece, as you can see, the sculpting, it's realistic. This could be a person, like say Arnold Schwarzenegger. Of course he's more defined, but you can see a northern barbarian having this physique. Okay, a real realistic person. So Seth really did a really good job on this piece. Okay, and that's what's drawn me to this. It works for me. My all-time favorite, and I would highly recommend picking this piece up. I don't know. I haven't checked the bay in a long time since I already got my piece, and I got one with Seth's autograph, so it's nice. I would never part with this piece. I'll get rid of everything else in my collection, even my spinning hammer Thor, before I get rid of this piece. Okay, so overall, awesome. Highly recommended you pick up. And what works is this sculpt. Okay, it's realistic. It's not the modern day with the oversized body or oversized muscular muscle. As you can see, that's realistic, and that's what works here. Okay, so thanks for watching. And as a side note, I when this first piece came out, I loved it. Back in the days, I guess you're still in school and you didn't have a job. It's hard ponying up 200 bucks. And at one time, this thing went over that, and then eventually, I guess it just lost its luster for collectors. And then I actually got it direct from the manufacturer, Hard Heroes, and I think they're out of business, which is unfortunate because they do really, really nice pieces. But I'm glad I picked this up with Saf's autograph, which is a bonus. But yeah, so alright, I'm gonna start with my ranting now. But highly recommend you pick up this piece if you're a Conan fan. Even if you're not, as you can see, you can put this on display at your desk. Okay, very simple, but yet very effective. Okay, so thanks for watching, and then I may, with the new Carnage coming out, I may do the sideshow review next time. But we'll keep the 1/6 scale going for a little bit longer before the next two XMs that's coming in for me. Okay, so thanks, and we'll see you next time.